Shedeur Sanders' missed opportunity puts potential Seahawks fit on notice. Barely 2 weeks ago, University of Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders was unlikely to last beyond the Las Vegas Raiders and the number 6 overall pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, assuming he lasted even that long. In the wake of the scouting combine in Indianapolis, Sanders' status as a top pick is in question, as is just how far he may fall if his stock slides. NFL's silly season certainly moves quickly. In an article examining which prospects cashed in and missed an opportunity at the combine, The Athletic's Nick Baumgardner included Sanders in the latter category. Sanders' decision not to participate in any combine events came a month after neither practicing nor playing in the Shrine Bowl despite having committed. Citing both, along with the fact that for all its attention, the program went 13-12 over that span and beat no one of real significance, Baumgardner questions just where this might land Sanders come draft day at Lambeau Field. He refutes Sanders' own claims that his tape says all it needs to acknowledge as the former Buffalo is not a slam dunk to land in the top 10, and states that it'd be a little surprising at this point if anyone traded up for him. Baumgardner is not alone. How far could Shedeur Sanders slide? It is worth noting that Baumgardner says Sanders, who will take part in the Big 12's joint pro days March 18 to 21, is a first-round talent in this draft, but that it's pretty difficult to say he'd have gone before any of last year's first-round QBs. What's that level of prospect worth in the 2025 class, standing only 6 feet 1 inch, tipping the scales at under 200 pounds, and with a less than spectacular arm? Purely from a tools perspective, Sanders is not an elite prospect. Additionally, there are questions about his pocket management and the timing with which he delivers the ball, as raised by Danny Kelly, who has Sanders at number 7 in his March 5 mock draft at The Ringer, and number 17 on his big board, down from number 3 in late January. The Athletic's Dane Brugler, in his February 11 big board, questioned Sanders' ceiling and noted that his ranking, number 25, seems to be somewhere in the middle of wide-ranging opinions of Sanders throughout the league, including a ranking of number 47. On the Pro Football Focus big board, Brugler cemented that assessment in his own March 4 mock draft, sliding Sanders all the way down to the Pittsburgh Steelers at number 21 overall. Of course, there will always be QB-needy NFL teams unwilling to allow even a flawed first-round prospect slip through their grasp. However, in light of the softening opinions on Sanders, it's fair to wonder whether he might actually fall to the Seattle Seahawks, and whether he makes sense as a developmental prospect and eventual replacement for Geno Smith if he does. Should the Seahawks swoop if Sanders slips? In 2024, for the first time in 4 years, the Seahawks recorded double-digit regular season wins. Their 10-7 record equaled the Los Angeles Rams' NFC West winning mark, and was the best league-wide among non-playoff teams. Per PFF, despite bottom 10 rankings in both run and pass blocking, the Seahawks ranked in the top 10 in passing, rushing, and receiving, and 12th overall as an offense. On defense, they finished in the bottom of the top half in pass rushing, number 14, coverage, number 13, and overall defense, number 12, with a top 10, number 8, mark for tackling and a somewhat subpar, number 19, showing against the RUN. As things currently stand, Seattle will enter draft weekend with picks in each of the first 3 rounds, #S18, 50, and 82 overall, but nothing more until the 6th round. This doesn't leave a lot of room for optionality. For a team that fared as the Seahawks did in 2024, in a division that's still up for grabs in a conference that's got a clear top but is otherwise open, a push toward contention is enticing. If this is the route that John Schneider chooses, a premium pass rusher, like combine winner Jihad Campbell, as mocked by Kelly and Brugler, interior offensive lineman, like Alabama's Tyler Booker, per Baumgardner, ESPN's Mel Kiper, Jr., and The Athletic's Michael Schonduger, and increasingly, wide receiver are viable paths. But what if the draft process presents the Seahawks with an opportunity to retool not so much for next year but the next decade, and at the most important position in the sport?